Now, one of my favorite drinks to get at a restaurant is horchata. Now, normally you'll find horchata at a Mexican restaurant because it is a Latin beverage, normally made up of rice milk, cinnamon, and I believe a little bit of vanilla. To me, it almost tastes like a milkshake or like an eggnog that isn't as heavy. It's very light because of the rice milk, and it normally is one of the most refreshing beverages to me to have on a hot summer day, a cool spring day, heck, any time of the year, because it's just that good. But today, I'm gonna be looking at a canned horchata. This is Pocasville horchata, more specifically, a strawberry horchata. I have never seen strawberry horchata in any travels that I've had to Mexican restaurants, so I think this one should be interesting. Now, it does say it is a product of Vietnam, which is a little surprising to me because I would have thought it would be coming from like a Spanish influenced country, but you know, to each their own. When we look at the ingredients, it is 260 calories per can, a little bit of calcium in here, a little bit of potassium, 10 and 5% respectively, 40 grams of added sugar, and ingredient-wise, we have water, brown rice, whole milk powder, cane sugar, emulsifiers, cinnamon extract, natural and artificial flavors of rice, strawberry, and cinnamon, and some red 40, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But it's interesting that it does actually include milk because a lot of, at least Mexican horchatas, don't have milk to them, which makes them a lot lighter than this might be. Now it does say to chill and shake well before serving, so I'm just going to shake this because this has been in my fridge. And the horchata is not usually carbonated, so it shouldn't explode if I open this. And it does say it is natural and artificial rice, strawberry, and cinnamon flavors if I move over to the English side of it. Now, offhand, it is giving an interesting scent. Kind of almost like, I don't know if it's like a condensed milk flavor, but it's definitely like a milky scent coming off of here. For all intents and purposes, I picked this up at a store in, I believe it was Jersey Gardens Mall that had it. It was actually more of like an Asian, like little supermarket kind of shop. So I was surprised that they had this, but the fact that it's a product of Vietnam kind of makes sense. And without further ado, let's take some sips. Let's see what we got with strawberry horchata. That's interesting. It's refreshing, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't taste really how I was expecting it. Now, it doesn't taste like traditional Mexican horchata. A lot of Latin countries have their own variant to it, but what comes across here almost immediately is the milk, right? You get a thickness to it. It has a nice milky flavor, and then you taste a little bit of that brown rice. It does have a riciness to it, which I guess is fine, but usually with horchata, I don't taste the rice. But then, as expected, what comes across is a nice, like light strawberry flavoring with hints of cinnamon on top of it. It oddly reminds me of something you would drink during the holidays, like in December. And that's why it's kind of confusing me right now, because this is usually a drink for me during the hotter months. And the fact that it's giving me Christmas vibes is odd. Now, to me, horchata does remind me a lot of like an eggnog without the egg, but because of like, I think the added cinnamon and the fact that it has like the vanilla flavoring, it's just lighter, if that makes sense. But this, because of the milk, definitely has like an added thickness to it. And it's different. To me, it tastes more like a strawberry cinnamon milk than a horchata, but I'm not complaining because I do like it. And it is refreshing, especially having this in the morning as I'm having it now. It kind of fits like breakfast vibes, whereas like typical horchata for me is like a dinner drink, right? So Pocasville, do they really have business making horchata? That's an interesting question, because even though this is designed as it has a really like farmhouse kind of design on like the can, where it doesn't feel as ethnic as I would want it to. And maybe that's also what shows in the flavor. Now, I'm not knocking it, don't get me wrong. It's different than what I'm used to, but it's good. I would recommend checking this out if you were looking for a nice, like refreshing strawberry milky drink. The flavors of the strawberry and cinnamon, I like that they're lightly there and not like overpowering to the point where it tastes almost like super artificial from like a fake strawberry taste. And I like that there is actual cinnamon extract in here. For what it's worth, it's good. I don't remember how much I paid for this. It definitely wasn't a lot, but yeah, I mean, no artificial sweeteners it's touting. It's a nice size can, so you can just sip on it and do what you need to do throughout your day. Pocasville Horchata, I would give you maybe like a 7 out of 10, at least in terms of my flavor. Some people might love this, but check this one out, guys. If you've had it, leave your thoughts down in the comment section before. The strawberry flavor is definitely different. It's a little thicker than I'm used to. And for what it's worth, it's pretty darn good. Check this one out, guys. I will catch you later. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.